Gwan, tarot and tea. Tea sippers, gwan, tarot and tea. Tea sippers, gwan, tarot and tea. Welcome, 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 tea sippers. Yeah. Wagwan people, wagwan tea sippers. Wagwan, my generals. How are you all doing today? I hope you are feeling good. You are looking good. You're feeling irie. And you're ready to get into this reading that we have here today for the water signs. Okay? Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. You know, how you all doing, my water signs? Okay, as part of the all the water signs in the collective, this reading is for you. All right, so we're going to look into what messages are there for you in August, what messages are there for you in August, and for beyond as well. Okay, so if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you know wagwan. Okay, we use wagwan because it's a Jamaican greeting. Okay, Jamaican Patois greeting, and it just means what's happening, what's going on. So wagwan, wagwan. All right, I hope you have a little before we get into the reading, that you have get a nice cup of tea or a beverage or a cocktail, anything that you're feeling right now before we get into this reading, because we're going to get into it. Okay, so we have 3 piles here. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take the time now just to have a think about which number is really resonating to you, or just having a look at the symbol, which color of the numbers are resonating with you. So have that in your head at the minute. Okay, and I'm just going to do a quick gratitude before we open the reading. Okay, so thank you, guardian angels. Thank you to our ancestors. Thank you to our spirit guides for the messages that we're about to receive today for the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. May the messages resonate with the collective and aid them for their own spiritual journey, for their own guidance, for their own intuition. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now that we've done that, I hope you have chosen whether it's pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And if you're not too sure, you can just look at all of them, because, the messages, there'll be messages in all of them that could apply, or that you could relate, or, that may resonate. All right, so before we get into it, all right, make sure you have a nice cup of tea or something to keep you nice and feeling hydrated. All right, feeling hydrated. All right, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, wagwan. Right, wagwan people, wagwan tea sippers, wagwan my generals. So for the collective who chose pile 1, let's see wagwan. I hope you have your tea hydrated, to keep you hydrated, a tea or a drink to keep you hydrated, because we're about to get into this reading real good. And I hope you also, if you haven't already, subscribe, my darling, so you can always be a part of this collective. We're all about love and light, growth, personal development, and we take a life coaching approach to tarot. So come in and tune in. All right, so let's see wagwan. Okay, so look at the tarot first. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Cups. we have the Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Magicians. Right, okay. So there's quite a lot of pentacles in this reading so far. So we're gonna get into it and see what's going on, all right? And we have codependency. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And we have you deserve love. You are lovable. You're lovable, sis. You are lovable, bro. Always remember that. You all right? Always remember that. Okay. So let's see what here. I have been keeping an eye on you via social media. I have been keeping an eye on you via social media. I've been keeping an eye. Someone's been keeping an eye on you, boy. Someone's been keeping an eye on you. They want to know what you're up to. Can I take you out on a date? Can I take you out on a date? Wow. Picking up the pieces. You are picking up the pieces. So, yes, where I see, like, for you water signs, with the Two of Pentacles here I'm sensing there's been a lot of kind of feelings or thoughts going on where you've kind of felt a bit caught up or stuck in a certain situation, and it could have been around money, it could have been also around stability, it could also been around a relationship, because I'm also sensing here that there is a lot of heavy energy around a relationship, and that could have also impacted on your finances. And with the Eight of Cups here and the Moon here, the Moon is all about like hidden things, you know, like information that is not in the forefront, and it had left you feeling like all that you have invested, because the way I see it with the Eight of Cups is that's in a level of investment, and a level of investment of like emotional investment. That time you've put time into this, and you're now saying it's time for me to move on. You see how this figure has got this red coat here? That's all that emotion and love and passion, and they were willing to leave this. They were willing to leave this. Yeah, but also because we have the codependency here, and one thing I've noticed with water signs, codependency can become an issue, and codependency is really kind of when, like, let's say the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is the epitome of what codependency does not look like. So to put it in simple terms, when you are confident, when you feel good about yourself and you've invested in yourself, you are shining, you are glowing. You understand? You don't need anybody to boost you up, because you have boosted your own self up. You worked on areas in your life that needed work. You know, that where you've recognized there was lack, and you've put the time and effort to make sure that you were working on what needed to be worked on. So rather trying to depend on somebody as a crutch, so if, let's say, for example, if there was feelings of like you feeling like you weren't good enough, or you might hang around people that might boost you or to kind of validate you, but it's like no longer do that, because you validate yourself, honey, you know, and you do that by saying, you know, I'm confident, I believe in myself, you know, I know that I'm great and I'm powerful. So it's doing that inner work. So once you've done that inner work, you're the Nine of Pentacles, baby. You're complete, you know. And whether you're single and free, but you are shining. You okay, brother? Okay, sis? You are shining. So from what I'm getting here, there was something that was it was kind of troubling, whether it was finances, or I'm feeling like you were stuck in a place where you was caught up with being the page with the Page of Pentacles, that there was a place where you felt stuck. One, and I always see it with the Page as well. It's like that one foot always seems either slightly elevated or away. It's that kind of also like trying to balancing act, and you're now like trying to. I think you will now come to the point now that as well, because with water signs, with water signs, and my rising sign, ascendant sign is a Scorpio. So I understand completely, and there is also Cancer in my chart. So we can heavily, as water signs, can heavily get very involved emotionally, and that can impact us, and sometimes can impact our foresight and our how we look at things. But I think it definitely came to some time, whether this could have been within the last let's say 2 months, 2 years, that's what I'm getting, or 8 months, you started to kind of come into this conclusion that you find that this is no longer serving you, and you've now had to come and make a choice and make a decision that you say, no, this is not what I no longer want, and I need to move away from this. And you're choosing yourself. This is what I'm kind of getting, that you're choosing yourself, you're choosing to work on yourself, you're choosing to build upon yourself. Look at the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about building that growth, feeling good. The only one thing is, sometimes again with the Nine of Pentacles, you have this person's, their face is like, as much as they've got all this, it's like they're also kind of longing for something. And I feel like it's like once you've got there, you might be feeling like, you would like to meet someone, or someone that you've desired or have passion for, to match the same energy level that where you are. And I see that's where the Seven of Pentacles is telling us that there is an energy where you're still feeling, as much as you need to put in that time and effort to work on yourself and feel good about yourself, baby, darling, there is still an energy where you still feel like that time and investment, you're still kind of sad about it. And darling, honey, all right, it's okay. It's okay. If you've been feeling like this, put it in the comments. Let us know about it, because that's how we grow around here. We're all about that love and light, that growth, that personal development. Okay, so put it in the comments. Tell us how you've been feeling. Okay, but I sense that there was this kind of feeling like, as much as you're growing and this is where you want to be, there is still that energy that you hope that you will meet someone that will match that energy level as you. And you will, because with the Queen of Swords here, I see as the Queen of Swords and the Magician is asking you if this is, be clear with what it is that you want. So you're not in this state of the Two of Pentacles where you are kind of having like a juggling act on what it is that you truly want, what you truly desire. And with the Queen of Swords and the Magician here, it's asking you, be clear, be confident with what it is that you want, and so it can manifest to you. Don't stay in this Seven of Pentacles energy where you feel like, yes, you've worked on yourself and you've built on yourself, and you deserve love, because this is why this is here. You deserve love. You are lovable, but believe in that. They believe in that, and I feel like even though you ultimately you've been taking that time to work on yourself, I feel like, can I take you out on a date? This is the time. If you've been kind of like holding out, thinking, you know what, I'm just about myself, working on my P's. So that's like working on my money, getting that bag, looking good, working on my body, because that's how I see the Nine of Pentacles. It's like working on all areas. So you're like, if you've had any past traumas, you're working on that. You're taking time to go and seek that professional advice, go and seek counseling. You're listening to tarots, reads like from Wagwan, Tarot and T. You're part of that collective, so you're getting that, that growth, that love and light energy, that personal development energy. Then for the next pentacle could be you working on your fitness goals. You now working on your fitness and saying, right, I want to get this sexy body. I need to get my body up. All right, so I'm a hot girl summer all year. I'm a hot boy summer all year. You hear that? So you work on that. Next one, you work on your finances. So looking at investments and maybe property, working on all those things. So building that security for yourself, that generational wealth. Looking at another pentacle could be building a side income. Looking at ways that you can build side income for yourself. Another pentacle could be you taking that time to really work and do that daily data work, using affirmations, just talking positively to yourself, reminding yourself that you are you lovable. And next pentacle could be building and working on relationships, working on the friendships that you have and all those things, so that it's holistically, I see it as the holistic card. Like the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups upright, I see it as the holistic card. The card where it's kind of you recognizing that you ultimately you are a creator, and it is important, it is vital that you are working on yourself holistically and building on yourself. And remember, this is how I've always kind of taken this understanding. Same way with fitness. When we work on ourselves and we say, right, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to feel good, and you've achieved the outcome that you want, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But if you stop, that just deteriorates, because fitness is not your level of fitness. If you had a great level of fitness 5 years ago and you did nothing after you reached that outcome, it only deteriorates. So over time, you're like, oh, I'm not as fit as I used to be. And that's how I see it with the Nine of Pentacles. It's a constant, evolve. Like you are always working on yourself. We are always evolving as human beings. So, take that time to really work on yourself. And don't worry about this energy, If you're feeling like this, let it pass. But then now it's time for you to take the action, because I see that with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, honey, is telling you to take that time to take that action now, The Queen of Swords is like a figure that can be very abrasive at times, or can really say saying how they feel, or saying how things are, and just telling you it like it is. That's the best, telling you it like it is. So now is your time to tell it like it is. You have to tell it like it is. Don't try to hold nothing now. It's really say, if this is what you want love, go for it. Someone, go and take yourself out, go and join some groups, or where you can meet new people, new people that have the same kind of like dreams, ambitions, goals as you. Don't, and you've left the Eight of Cups for a reason. You've now felt you had to leave and move away so you can find better, you can evolve. So remember, like with the Nine of Pentacles energy, you're attracting, now that you're immersed in that energy, you want to attract people of that same energy. So even saying something like to yourself, right, I'm the Nine of Pentacles and I only attract people of that holistic energy. Boom! That is it. You hear that? So I'm the Nine of Pentacles and I only attract people who are of that same energy, of that same holistic energy. And just run with it. With the Queen of Swords, run with that idea, run with that thought. Yeah? Make it and don't feel afraid or feel ashamed or anything. Like, run with that, and that is okay. Because then when it comes with the magician now, and you see the infinite symbol here, you are that creator, you are that creator, sis, you are that creator, brother. So take that time. The magician here has the pentacle, it has the cup, it has the sword. The cup represents represents like the communication, your thoughts, you know. Your the wand is about that creativity, that fire energy, you know, that get up and do energy. The cups is that emotional energy, the love energy, okay? And the pentacles is all about that stability energy, security, money, finances. So you have that time now to now that you are in that energy that, you know, you no longer want to come out, be in this energy of codependency, or being the kind of the emotional crutch for somebody else. You've taken yourself away from that, and you've recognized that has no longer been serving you. It no longer has any purpose for you, and it's time to now focus on you manifesting what you truly want and you truly desire. Okay, so I feel like with the picking up the pieces as well, this is where you were, and you felt like, you know, for a long time, that you were just trying to like get where you needed to be. But, you know, have no fear, have no worry, because someone, you know, someone has been, well, even with this one, someone has been, I have been keeping an eye on you on social media. So this could be from the, you know, where there has been some kind of codependency going on, and you have maybe still feel like you're still caught up in, maybe still having feelings with that person. You still, and there might be still feelings there from the other, like from you and the other person, and that was been making you feel a bit like, it's feeling sad. There's some kind of elements of what I'm seeing with this. It's like you're still kind of feeling sad, but even though you know you are moving to a better place, you know, you would like to find love. You would like to have someone in that same kind of energy. But again, constantly think about you and your needs. Put yourself first, you know, putting yourself first. That is what you want, and to do, like making sure you're putting yourself first. And it's not about being selfish. And I feel like this is maybe where with this Two of Pentacles, you might have been caught up in that feeling like, do I put myself first or do I put the other person first? And it got to the point where you couldn't handle that anymore, and you had to leave. You had to move away from that. But by moving from that, you found happiness in yourself by working on yourself holistically. So if there has been someone who's been taking that eye or keeping an eye, or you've been keeping an eye, time to let go of that. Yeah, don't let go of that. Let go of that. But if there has been someone new, because I'm also sensing, if someone, can I take you out on a date? Maybe you have also, there might be someone that you've been looking into that has kind of interested you a little bit, and you have kind of been a bit curious and wanting to find out. I don't know why I'm getting the Cancer signs, maybe particularly have gone and just had a little look and tried to see what they could find about this person. And it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but you might have tried to go and look and try to see what they are like. Aquarius has just come to mind, if the person has got any Aquarius perhaps, or there's been some conversation about zodiac signs, where you found some kind of commonality there. But can I take you out on a date? I feel, you know, if that is what you want, go for it. You know, if you feel like you would like to go out and just, you know, let your hair down and just enjoy life, go and do it, darling. Go and do it. Go and do it. Go and enjoy. You know, I take this understanding that I see as life is long. You know, life is what we make it. So we have to take those opportunities to, you know, if someone's want to give you an offer, accept it, because it could, you know, it could be like the universe is now seeing like you've put this work, you've put this time, and now I can see that you want to manifest more for yourself. So here's an offer. Will you accept it? You know? So, and at least if you go and then you get to see, okay, if the person is matches the type of qualities and, you know, what you are looking for, then at least that will give you a, you know, sign of new habits of, let's say, the nine of pentacles, holistic energy. This is the only type of person I'm looking to attract, and really going with that. So making that clear when you manifest. So, or if you write it in a journal or you say it out loud to yourself, so then that way, you know, the universe is clear with what you want. But it's about not being in this energy where you're trying to juggle, but and that can create confusion. So then the universe will try to hold on, because it's now, I'm not fully clear what Scorpio wants to do, what Cancer wants to do, what Pisces wants to do. So I'm going to hold on till I am clear, because again, with that infinity side, you are the creator. You know, we have to be mindful of how we feel and what we say, because what we say and what we feel, when they're connected, when they're if there's a connection, that we bring that energy into the universe and we manifest. Whether we like it or we don't, we are always manifesting. All right, so take that time, like really be clear and say what you want and feel with conviction. Do it with conviction, you know, so that you can manifest great things into your life. Because by you doing it and you leaving, you have essentially been manifesting, so that you've created this holistic, you know, view of yourself, working on yourself, your finances, you know, your body, looking after yourself, all of those things, nutrition, what, you know, healthy eating, all of those things. So don't worry about like, oh, I've built all this, but I still, you know, all it is just taking that time to really go out there and be confident in you. That's it, all right? So we're going to do a quick Jamaican proverb reading, and let's see what message there is for the water signs who chose pile 1. So let's go and see gwan. So can we have a message for pile 1, water signs? What do they need to know? Be greatly appreciated. Pile 1. Oh, so we have 1. Wow, yes. We've got one finger can't kill lice. One finger can't kill lice. So one finger can't kill a lice. Okay? So that is basically saying no man or woman is an island. Okay? No man or woman is an island. And sometimes we might need to seek help from others when we're working on a project or working on something. So you know how I mentioned earlier about the 9 of Pentacles, you're taking that time, like each pentacle represents you really taking that time to work and build on yourself. So with, if it is love, if it's an area that you want to work on, and let's say from August and beyond, you know, you're part of the, if you know, well, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, because we're all about working together, supporting one another, love and light, growth, personal development. We take tarot, you know, we look at tarot with a life coaching approach around here. So come and join. Come and be a part of that collective if you haven't subscribed already. If you have, wagwan, wagwan. All right? All right. So come and join. But true to this reading, take that time to really, you know, focus, build on yourself, manifest. It's time. It's asking you now to take that time. You are a creator, and you're a brilliant creator. You know, you have moving yourself away from those issues of maybe codependency, and it's now asking you now to really tune in and focus on it is what you truly want and desire, and have no shame or fear, or feel any way. You know, I feel a way. You don't need to feel no way, okay, about what you truly want and desire. It's okay. You know, abundance is here for all of us. There's plenty of abundance for everyone. You know, the universe is so big, it can offer for everybody. So believe in yourself, all right? And yes, put it in the comments. Tell us, you know, what Guan, tell us what's been going on, and look after yourselves and just believe in yourselves. All right, darlings? All right. So, to the collective Chuchos Part 1, I hope the messages resonated with you, and I hope that the messages can help you on your own, to support you with your own intuition, with your own guidance. And I hope you can, you know, if there is anybody that you know out there, that the message that you can send this also to them. So share it with friends and family, you know, who you feel like can resonate from this. Okay. And if there was any messages out there, if there was any messages that you thought, leave it. That's how we go around here. We take what resonates and we leave the rest. I saw it go around here. I saw it go around here. Okay, sis and bro. That's how it goes around here. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this and you've kept yourself hydrated. But, you know, look after yourself. Remember, feel good in yourself. Believe in yourself. All right? Believe in yourself and look after yourself. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay? So take care for now and wagwan. Wagwan people, wagwan tea sippers, wagwan me generals. I hope you are doing well. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Boy, I hope you are doing well. So, you know, we have this reading pile too, okay? You know, so we're going to get into it. But if you haven't already, come and subscribe to the channels, you know, where you can join in the fun. You know, we're all about that love and light energy, that growth, that personal development, and taking a life coaching approach to tarot. All right, so I hope you have a nice little juice or drink or a cup of tea to keep you nice and hydrated, because we're about to get into this tea, sis. We're about to get into this tea, bro. So let's get into it. All right, let's see wagwan. So we have, let's go on a holiday together. Boy, let's go on a holiday together. Overthinking. There's been some overthinking going on. You are my queen. You are my queen. Wow, you are my queen. And we're going to look at the tarot. So the tarot here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Emperor, who sits on his throne. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Four of Swords reverse. We have the King of Cups reverse. And we did see You Are My Queen earlier. And the King of Cups is reversed. Okay. And we have the Empress. So, let's see, on the Oracle, we have retreat and we have separation. So separation is saying time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. So it seems again like there's another love reading here in regards to this situation. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor, I'm sensing it felt like things was going well. Things were going well for a long time. And there has been, things was going well. But I feel like things, because you've got, look what we've got the Emperor and we've got the Empress. I've just recognized that we've got the Emperor and the Empress. So there's definitely a connection with someone who you definitely have a lot of love and a lot of passion for. Because the fact that the Empress and the Emperor and the Empress is here and they're both upright, something's going on with you two. Something's going on. What's the tea, sis? What's the tea, bro? Come on, you gotta let us in. You gotta let us in this, what is going on? But I sense what has been going on, because even with the King of Cups here, like, it's telling me that there's love here. But with the King of Cups being, like, the King of Cups upright is all about being confident in emotional vulnerability, not being afraid to say how they truly feel, and not feeling a way about it. I feel a way, you're not feeling a way about it. You're not feeling a way about telling someone how you feel. But because it's in reverse and overthinking has come up here, this person is kind of now holding their feelings. They're not being emotional or vulnerable. And I feel like that is what has caused some frustration. But also it's because there has been some kind of time apart. And with the Two of Swords here, I see the Two of Swords like this. There's been a cut. So a separation. There has been a separation. So things have been, there was kind of like things going well. And there could have been even talk about marriage. Maybe even, or you could be married. Or it could be like you've been in a relationship that has been very stable for quite a long time. But there has been some kind of issues. And I feel like some of these issues was probably like around stability, maybe not having the same thoughts and feelings about wanting to do something or pursue things, which may have been kind of, I'm kind of sensing it might have been with the Emperor being here, that maybe the masculine energy in, there might have been a lot of masculine energy when trying to deal with this matter, rather where it created an imbalance. It created an imbalance, and that then resulted to the Two of Swords now, because then it created a lot of, that time apart created also a lot of overthinking. And with the moon, where you see the quarter there's been like a lot of kind of, that time apart has created some, where mixed up thoughts and feelings about things. And even though it's like, this is like the Two of Swords is about, predominantly about thoughts. With the water again is the water represents that emotional. So, and with the rocks and all those things there, it's trying to kind of, it's showing that there's been a lot of overthinking, a lot of dwelling, a lot of kind of caught up in that energy that has really kind of almost felt exhausting. That's what I'm getting. It's made you, for those who chose Power 2, made you feel very exhausted in this situation. And I feel like it made you feel so exhausted that when you have the Four of Swords now, I feel like that's been like, you've been stuck in this energy for a very long time of overthinking, questioning, should I call them? Should I do this? you know, if I'm trying to make contact, maybe it might have been 45 days where I'm getting 45 days where it might have been, you know, you've been watching lots of videos about exes. Should I make contact with them? How long should I wait for? How long should I take that time? And I feel that has kind of really impacted on your overall health and well-being. And you now recognize the importance of really coming out of that energy. Because with the King of Cups as well, it's really kind of like you want to make amends. You definitely want to make amends, but there's now like a feeling of like, and the King of Cups, if I go back again, King of Cups is water energy. It's like, you know, it's water energy. Okay, that's water energy. Scorpios, Pisces, Cancers, this is your energy. Okay, so the energy is coming up in the reading that this is what you know, essentially this, you now recognize that you want to, but there is some kind of like level of hesitance, you know, but the two of you have strong feelings together because of the fact that you both are coming up as the Emperor and the Empress, and the Emperor is I see the Emperor as like the king of all. So the King of the Swords, you know, is the, like, let's say you have the court, in the court cards, you have the King of Swords, you have the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, and you have the King of Cups. But the Emperor encompasses like all of them, and same with the Empress. The Empress encompasses, so it like incorporates all of the queens in the deck. So that is some powerful energy that the two of you have, you know, whether this is and it doesn't matter what gender, like if it could be a male and female or a same-sex relationship, you both have a very strong, and that's what I'm sensing, collective, a very strong, powerful energy. And it seemed like here there was a level of butting heads, where you felt like now you needed to take a break. Whether that could have been a break, I'm feeling like maybe 2 months, or there's been things that's been bubbling up. 2 years is also coming up, but it's now coming to that point that now you really want to come back and you want some kind of reconciliation. But with the King of Cups in reverse, there is some kind of fear of being emotionally vulnerable and really expressing how you feel. But I feel with the Empress card is telling you it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, because as much as you've been feeling like this, the other person in this party, the other party has also been feeling like this. And whether you have like said, you know what, I don't really want to kind of look into this any further, I want to just continue to grow, you know, I think taking that time to go and have a break, you know, is always good for our well-being. It's always good for our spirit. So take that time to go and relax, go on a retreat somewhere, because the fact that the retreat and holiday came out is telling me that it's like you need to go on a break and really relax. And if you and your partner have come to a decision where the two of you can actually go and relax and enjoy and go and have a break, go on that break. Go on that break. Go on that holiday. You know, what holidays do you think you have in mind? You know, do share. Put it in the comments. You know, if it's a spa holiday, a break. Kind of like a holistic break. But I am sensing that there is a lot of love here, and that it's about being emotionally vulnerable. And emotional vulnerability is one of those things that, you know, we all as a collective, we all need to be working on, so that we are confident with how we feel. Because through our thoughts and through our feelings is how we manifest. So if we're in a state of where we're in the King of Cups reverse, and the King of Cups reverse can represent that, closure to emotional vulnerability, to the point that it can almost become, they can become very cold, the opposite of being vulnerable, so that it can then move to kind of like a kind of slight, like, well, toxic behaviors, or to avoid emotional vulnerability. And it's like we have to get out of that energy, because if we're stuck in that, or we stay in that energy, those thoughts and feelings manifest, and it manifests out. So then the universe will bring more of these kind of situations or environments, but it's because we are, again, as a creator, we are bringing that into our existence. And I feel like with the Empress card here, it's a reminder that we are, great things can come to life. The Empress represents fertility, growth. So take that time to go and find your growth. If you need to go on a holiday, go on that holiday. If you need to have that conversation with that person, with the Emperor, or with the Empress, or the person who's this King of Cups in reverse, take that time. Go and have that conversation. Whether this is like, because this is readings for in the August, but this could be for beyond. Go and have that conversation. Go and say how you feel. It's about time to be letting go of that thinking and feeling, because here we got, you are my queen. So this person really values you, or sees you as their other half, and you are coming in the reading. It's clear as day that this person sees you as their equivalent. So go and have that conversation. Go and reason with one another. Really go and, like, whatever that you was butting heads for. If there was issues with finances, or maybe go and, talk and see how you can work around it, and seek professional help. Maybe, so you can work on it. But ultimately, take that time, okay? Take that time to really grow from this, okay? So we're going to do a quick Jamaican proverb reading as well. So let's see what message there is for the collective. Can we have a proverb, please, that resonates with this reading? It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Right, so let's see. Oh, right, so we've got two. I'll read two of them because they do both resonate. And not everything good for eat is good for talk. And not everything good for eat is good for talk. So that means, in translation, everything that we eat doesn't mean that it's always good to talk about it. Yeah? So if you've got something good, or there's something going on, don't always go about talking about it, okay? Don't always repeat everything you hear, no matter how good it is. Some tea is better left cold. You hear that? Some tea is better left cold. And I feel like if there's been some kind of situations here where it could have been that lack of trust, and people feeling like, oh, you went out and you went and told something about me, and now that's where I feel like I can't be emotionally vulnerable. That conversation needs to be had, and having those healthy boundaries and talking with one another, so you're both on that level playing field. But what I'm sensing here, that there is definitely kind of seeing you on their level playing field. So it's also, talking to one another and really kind of respecting one another as well. So here, don't always be too quick to be boastful. Let others praise you. Self-praise is no recommendation. Yeah? So don't always be too quick to be boastful. let others praise you. And I feel like maybe, again, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor, and that's what I'm sensing with the Two of Swords, there may have been here where there might have been some kind of issues with the communication, and there was a feeling that it created some kind of, it created an unsettled period, and why we had like the separation here. So now I think it's really taking that time to be clear in what it is that you know, you how you truly feel, and running with it. Not being afraid to say how you truly feel or anything like that, you know, so you can bring in, you know, growth into your life, into your existence. And I feel like with this holiday, taking that time to retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world, you know. Having that time to go and have a holiday, have a break, will do wonders for you. So if you do have any plans to go on a holiday, do share, put it in the comments, let us know. All right. So to the collective who chose pile 2, I hope the messages resonated with you all, and I hope that you can use the messages for your own guidance, to support you, you know. And if there were any messages that didn't resonate, leave it. That's how it go around here, you know. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I saw it go around here. I saw it go around here. All right. So if you haven't already, honeys, darlings, subscribe to the channel so you're always up to date, you know, on what's on Wagwan and Tara and T Collective. Come and be part of the family. All right. So be sure to look after yourself, stay hydrated, look good, feel good, and I'll see you on the next one. All right? Wagwan. Wagwan, people. Wagwan, tea sippers. Wagwan, me generals. How are you all doing, water signs? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, how are you all doing today? I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling energized and ready for this reading. You got a nice little tea, a cocktail maybe, to keep you nice and hydrated for this reading, because we're going to get into the tea. We're going to get into it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, baby. Come and be part of this family. We are all about love and light, growth, personal development, and we look at tarot with a life coaching with a life coaching approach. So come and join. Wagwan, Tara and T. Welcome. All right. So let's get into it and let's see Wagwan. Let's see what's going on for pile 3. Okay. So we have here, I need some time, baby. I need some time, baby. Show me your love language. Oh, show me your love language. Show me your love language. Show me what is your love language. Do you give gifts? Do you give money? Do you give words of affirmation? Okay. Acts of service. What is your love language? I'm anxious. Okay. I'm thinking of Genuine. So anxious. I don't know if you know that song, but there's a song that goes, so anxious. Okay. Look into it. His name's Genuine. Okay. So, and we'll have a look on the tarot. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. The Star reverse. Okay. The Fool. The Ace of Swords reverse. The Devil is here. Okay. And we have the Hierophant. So we'll have a look as well. Here we have you express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So there is a lot of energy here, with the devil card being here, and I feel like with the Hierophant being here, the Hierophant is like it's telling you, yeah, we need to kind of take some time to go on and work on this energy that has been maybe holding you back, and has kind of been playing with your thoughts and your feelings, but that has also been impacting on your actions, Scorpios, Cancer, and Pisces. So if we start here with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles is like destitute. It's like the feeling of being destitute, of feeling like that lack, feeling like things are just not going well. Things have kind of like you've hit rock bottom. And it could be like hitting rock bottom, whether it's like you're feeling like your finances, let's say in this setting, I feel like it's also feeling like emotionally, or just like not feeling good in yourself. You're not feeling secure in yourself, and that has now impacted on your ability to heal and grow from this, because it's in reverse. And I feel like it being in reverse next to the Fool has meant that there's been some kind of behaviors where you've been making, I'm getting kind of like I'm getting like foolish, some kind of foolishness been going on, where you're not taking that time to go and work on what needed to be worked on, and that has kind of hindered you in the past, whether it's like your finances or kind of going overspending, dwelling on certain things like your ex, catching up or caught up in that kind of like energy of trying to see what the ex is doing, maybe even going and seeing what they're doing, or I'm also sensing they could have been trying to do this to you, but that has led to a period of unsettlement, a period of where you haven't really given yourself time to heal. You haven't given yourself time to get that, to be still and get clarity from this situation, because the Devil card is here. So the devil is that reminder that you need to take time you need to take this time now to let go of these behaviors that has been hindering you, or in relation to, here we've got release your ex, and anxious, and show me your love language. I feel like it's also asking you to really recognize what it is that you want, like knowing your love language. What is your love language? If is your love language acts of service? Is your love language words of affirmation? Do you like gifts? Put it in the comments. What is your love language? Some people don't always know. Not a lot of people know what love language is. So it's also recognizing that, maybe you could have been dealing with someone where the two of you, when it came down to it, I feel like with the Fool here being kind of like so close in the middle, that there was kind of like taking lots of kind of like opportunities to kind of, with risky behavior, or being spontaneous, but not really kind of following through and really saying, is this right for me? And I feel like it's kind of created a kind of like a trail of this kind of energy, and it's now saying that, right, for your growth, I feel like with the Hierophant being here, like saying, now for your growth, we've got to let this go, mom. We've got to let this go, darling. We've got to let it go, because it's not making you feel, good. It's creating an imbalance, and it's creating like wherever there might have been some issues with addiction as well, addicted to that kind of maybe, or drawn to that toxic energy. And I feel like with the Hierophant here is like seeking that help, seeking help from others, people around you, you know. So you know, if you do, let's say if that your ex or someone calls you, um that you can work on working on building that confidence, working on letting go of these energies that are not serving you or making you feel anxious. But with the express your love, I feel like that's also saying express that love for yourself, because you have I need some time. And I feel like maybe that time away will give you that chance to be still. And you know, I'm very much about, as a collective, that we learn the importance of being still. And I'm getting very much with the Cancer energy that sometimes we may struggle, or particularly with just water energy, water signs, that we may struggle to sometimes be still. Because think of the zodiac sign, the water, it's always about movement going on. But with that, it can sometimes impact in your own personal life, where you're not taking the time to really sit and be still and really think things through, and whether they are working out for you. Are they the best for you? You know, is this situation the best for you? You know, and I feel like this is telling you now, with all the star in reverse and the ace, it's like it's blocking your blessings. This is Ace of Swords is represents the divine coming in to give you that moment of where you that clarity, you know, where you can go, aha, yes, man. Why I never thought of this a long time ago? Why didn't I think about this? You know, why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I not think about it? But if it's that this way, there is some blockages now. It's like, yes, you wanting to go out there and take that opportunity, and but you're is at the same time I see it with the star in reverse and the fool and the ace of swords. There's been some blockages here now, because you're moving, as I was saying, you're moving mad. You're moving mad. There's been some moving mad around here, where that just means like you're moving reckless. There's been some reckless behavior going on, and that has been really impacting you with you. Whether it's with your spending, with the Ace of Swords, you've been some spending, overindulging with the Devil card. It's like now is the time to go and seek that help. Whether it's to work on your finances, go and look in your budgeting. I'm getting banking. There might be messages from your bank to go and have a conversation about, you know, maybe you're being spending it, going in your overdraft, things like that. And it's like taking that time to come up with a budget plan. A budget plan is coming to mind. Come up with a budget plan. Work on what needs to be worked on. But it's time to release these energies, time to release these energies. And I feel like this is what the devil is telling you. It's time to let go. But you're going to need some time to work on this, because with the star here, like there's been a lot of kind of just ignoring or being in a state of denial of what needs to be done, and recognizing that you do need to change and you do need to come out of this rock. But there's been a process of where you've been in denial and you've kind of avoided others. But I feel like now with the Hierophant being here, it's like you you now have to come to this point of this can no longer work. This is no longer working in your favor anymore. So taking that time, if it is flying finances, work on those finances. You know, don't keep your head, you know, don't keep your head down and then trying to pretend like you don't see what is going on, or keep your eyes closed like, oh, what's overspending, what's going on, I didn't spend this, I didn't spend that, what dollar, what, no, I didn't spend. Like, come out of that, because again, it's hindering your growth. It's hindering your growth, sis. It's hindering your growth, brother. So you have to let it go. We can't get, yes, the fool. The fool represents that the first card in the tarot of, you know, you taking that opportunity to go and take the risk, go and take that chance. But how it's placed with the star in reverse and the ace of swords, it's like you're taking chances, but you're not really calculating how those chances are truly impacting on you. So it's creating a very imbalanced situation right now for you, and it's now's the time to really work on this, because the devil has popped up as well. Like, hey, you've been taking some chances here. You're not been listening. You're not been taking any messages or recognizing any signs or any kind of like intuitive messages. And this is I'm coming in your face like, hey, look, I'm coming in your face to remind you like this. You need to work on this. You need to work on this. And if it's not you, it could be someone around you that has this energy, and it's about releasing those behaviors. And I feel like it could also be issues around codependency, maybe some kind of like addictive behaviors, um, or tendencies to kind of like, yeah, I know I need to work on this, but then go back into this state of repeating the same thing and choosing not to work on what needs to be worked on. So essentially take that time, to really work on it, because again, as human beings, we're always evolving. And I feel like this is really asking, as a collective, we need to take that time to work on what needs to be worked on, and not to be afraid to express how you feel. Not to be afraid how you express how you feel. And I feel like this is why the Hierophant is here, that maybe even it might need to, like, a mediator to really talk about things. So if there is, like, you are caught up in a current situation where you have an ex and there is some issues around finances, and you need to both go and talk or seek some legal advice or guidance, I feel like the Hierophant is here to tell you that this needs to be done. And if it is an ex, then you're truly asking yourself if, well, they're an ex for a reason. Is this an ex that you want to reconcile? Like, can you see this, if there's behaviors where it's like, it's just moving in a way, if a reckless way, and it's been going on like that for a long time, where it's created a lot of anxiety, is this what you want for you? Yeah. And if it is something to do with your finances again, if you've been feeling anxious about your finances and you have been moving a bit like a fool, thinking, well, I'll just keep my head out, I'm gonna, 1 foot of the cliff, just taking it, just, going into this kind of situation with my eyes closed, not really, and hoping for the best. I know now, I recognize now, with the Ace of Swords being in reverse, I need to come out of that energy. I need to sit and be still. I need to take that time to recognize that this is not working for me. This is not working for me. But I can only get this, like, I can only get this once I sit and I be still. I take that time for myself to really show that love to myself, because even with the express your love, I feel like this is also meaning like you showing that love to yourself. When those blessings are coming, when those divine messages are coming, you take that opportunity to listen. And that message can come from someone. It could be you read something, you watch something, you hear something, you see something, and it's telling you it's time to take that opportunity to listen. Take that opportunity, Don't leave it where it comes to the, like, let's say the devil card, and it's like things escalate and escalate and cause more problems, that then an official, like with the Hierophant, has to come in and, let's say possibly if it's with finances, have to come and take things, or so it's really taking that time now to really work on what needs to be done. And this can be for, like, well, for the month of August, but could also be beyond. But like, it's going to take some time to really work. But I feel like you have to also be honest with yourself. It's about being honest, and I'm sensing that it is really being honest and recognizing that, are you showing that love to yourself? Are you showing love, true love to yourself? And maybe we need to just like work on that self-love, work on that valuing yourself, okay, water signs, and taking that time to really work on that. All right. So we're going to have a quick look at a Jamaican proverb reading as well for the collective who chose pile 3. All right, so let's go and have a look what message resonates or comes out for the collective. Can we have a proverb, please, for the collective, the water signs who chose pile 3? What do they need to know? What additional things do they need to know? Oh, one just flew out. And not everything come from above a blessing. And not everything come from above is a blessing. Or not everything it come from above is a blessing. So some opportunities may come with a consequence. You hear that? Some opportunities may come with a consequence. Superior position. So there's another additional superior positions to dispose the unfortunate. Use your discernment. So what this is basically saying, and I feel like this is relating to the Fool card specifically, you know, sometimes you might feel like, oh yes, something is going well, or you know what, this opportunity has come, and it's like, but you know, you're already, there's been things like, let's say you need to work on, but you're kind of still going on with like, oh well, I'm still gonna just go out there and still do it anyway. But then what might appear to look like a good opportunity at the time really isn't, or what might look to be like an opportunity that was from divine, it really isn't. But what could actually be coming from the divine, which is like maybe trying to give you some time or space so you can sit, be still, and really take that time that you might have struggled. And I feel specifically with Cancer signs as well, they may have struggled to sit and be still. And I feel like there's also some kind of maybe work needs to be done in letting go and releasing. So we're not holding on to blockages. We're not holding on to anything that's going to hinder us. We have to let that go. And the same for Pisces and Scorpio, letting go. Because again, with the water energy is about the zodiac sign. Zodiac sign is very much also about that heavy, like emotional energy. So, you know, same way how we can have good emotional energy, we can also have bad emotional energy. And I feel like the devil represents that really deep, low level kind of emotional energy where things are kind of very toxic. And I feel like this situation has created a very toxic environment, a very toxic circle for yourself. And it's asking you, with the Ace of Swords being reversed, it's asking you, is that time now? The Ace of Swords and the Star being reversed is recognizing you have to take that time to come out of that energy so it's not blocking us. And I feel like that's what the Hierophant is also saying. We have to come out of that. If you've been feeling anxious, you've been feeling stressed about anything, and whether it's about money, whether it's about love or your health, or if this could have been health, and you know that because the Five of Pentacles also represents poor health. So if it could have been issues with your health and trying to avoid or going to the doctor or going to say, you know, hear what they needed to say and just trying to be like, no, everything's going to be okay. I feel like it's also telling you, like, this is a time, like, take that time. Don't pussyfoot round things and say, yes, I'm going to do it, and you don't do. Go and take that time to look after yourself. You know, if you're hearing people telling you or trying to remind you, or you're hearing things, you're seeing things, you know, that is the message that is like, as a collective, we need to take that time to recognize it. You know, these messages are not coming just for the sake of just coming. They're coming for a reason. They're coming to help you, for you to kind of help you ascend out of this energy where you've been stuck in this kind of reckless kind of tendencies or behavior. And it's saying, no, you know what? this is now showing, or what is happening is triggering that kind of growth, that we need to come out of this energy. We need to grow from this, and to grow from this we have to recognize, and any feelings that we're having, anxiety or anything like that, you know, it is all that kind of, we have to work, we have to build, we have to grow from this. So with the Hierophant being here, you know, not being afraid to go and seek that help that you need. Okay, and as a collective as well, Wagwan Tara and T collective, we're all about that growth, we're all about that personal development. Okay, this is all life coaching. So you know, when you know, if you haven't already, subscribe, because you're part of that family and we're part of that growth. All right, so to the collective who chose pile 3, I hope the messages resonated with you all, you know. And what we do around here, you know, we take the messages that resonate and we leave the rest that don't resonate. So if there's any messages that don't resonate, leave it. I saw it go around here. I saw it go around here. So that simply means that's how it goes around here, honey. That's how it goes around here, darling. Okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest. But before you go, look after yourself, stay hydrated, stay blessed, look good, and feel good always. All right? And I'll see you on the next one. Okay? Wagwan.